I'll call the meeting to order just a smidge before 6 o'clock. And I believe for roll call, we have here this evening Mr. Harper, Ms. Scott, new member, and welcome,
Thank you.
Mr. Scott,
Welcome.
Stephen Scott, Renee, and interim chair Witham, and I believe Renee Hodgson let us know she was gonna be here. I'll take a motion to excuse her absence.
I so moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Let's see, agenda, any additions or nits for the agenda? I didn't see anything look good to me, but anything there?
I make a motion, we accept the agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Okay, minutes from November 3rd.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I make a motion, we accept them as presented.
I'll second.
Second, motion and second to accept the minutes as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? And we can now move on to the first item of new business relating to the Steel Cove Auto Museum to discuss a zone change for their property. What's going on there?
So, I'll let, Mike Staggs give a little background to the request, but I did provide some information for you to consider when you discuss this. Some of the, future land use information in the comp plan, some information about, spot zoning in particular, and, just information about the location of this property and where what this district it's located in, but might be helpful to let Mike start.
Thank you very much for hearing me tonight. Museum property is currently zoned rural residential, and what we're doing is we're seeking consideration for a zoning change to commercial. This adjustment will allow the museum to continue operating as it has historically, while aligning fully with the town's updated ordinance, rules, and regulations. As part of this request, the museum will be following all new temporary sale ordinances when hosting food trucks or local vendors during community events such as our Cars and Coffee, which are many Saturdays during the summer. These gatherings draw a large number of visitors each week throughout the summer and have become an important and positive part of this side of the island. To our knowledge, there has been no complaints from neighbors. If it is determined that operating as a residential business is more appropriate or better aligned with the town's vision, we're open to that approach as well. Our goal is to simply make this work for both the museum and the town in a way that keeps everything consistent and compliant. We're committed to working collaboratively with the town and community to ensure that the museum remains a welcoming, compliant, and community-oriented space, similar to how some of the Bass Harbor waterfront has been adapted to better support community events and gatherings. In the packet was some stuff about the spot, some of the details of that. I wanted to touch on some of those. The comprehensive plan explicitly allows for limited development in transition areas, including convenience shopping and other uses focused on passed by traffic and local needs, unquote. Steel Cove Auto Museum already serves as a cultural and tourist destination, which aligns with that concept of local needs and passed by traffic. Rezoning to residential business would formalize and support this role without introducing incompatible uses. The museum attracts visitors, supports local tourism, and contributes to the town's economy. Allowing residential business zoning could enable ancillary services like small cafes, gift shops, event spaces that enhance visitors' experience and generate revenue for the community. This change promotes economic vitality while maintaining the rural character, as the museum is a low impact use compared to more intensive commercial development. The comprehensive plan emphasizes in the plan flexibility in transition areas to accommodate evolving community needs. Rezoning this property reflects a reasonable adaptation to support cultural and economic assets without undermining that rural preservation. The museum location on Route 102 is a primary corridor, makes an ideal candidate for mixed-use development envisioned for those transition areas. Spot zoning, I know was mentioned. While spot zoning is a valid concern, this amendment can be justified as consistent with the comprehensive plan's vision for transition areas, which anticipates some of those non-residential uses. The rezoning serves a legitimate public purpose by supporting a nonprofit institution that benefits residents and visitors rather than granting arbitrary private advantage. Approving this request does not open the floodgates for uncontrolled commercial expansion. Instead, it sets a precedent for carefully considered, plan-supported adjustments. These adjustments would strengthen community assets while respecting that long-term land use goal. These are just some of the ideas we're having. Well, ultimately, what we're trying to do is we have lots of visitors come up. We have picnic tables there. They have people that come, they eat. They either come to the museum, then eat, then leave, or they come to eat, then go to the museum. We just like to have a food truck up there so that people can actually come eat and perhaps even make it a destination for folks. Any questions? I do have some of my points I can share if anyone would like. There we go.
Sure. Did you have copies for everybody? Or?
Yeah.
There's a copy here. They're one page, so there's a copy there for everybody.
Okay.
I'll get one of those to Angie too.
Yeah, awesome, thank you.
Putting all that.
Any questions about what we're trying to do, please? The museum has really become a hub. Last week we had the Acadian Senior College, lots of older folks were there. We're having some camps coming this winter in school groups. It's definitely become a hub over there for the community. And we just like to have something to be able to feed people when they're over there too in the summertime.
So, thank you for all that. And,
Yeah.
you know, the museum, I think is a great, resource. It's a great thing for the area. It's really cool. And I think you said that, I think I read in here, there's been no issues with neighbors. What is the relationship with the neighbors? Has there ever been any issue, or, and I guess my next question related to that is what's the catalyst for the request? Is there something, what do you think this changed? What does this allow you to do that you can't do now, or
We
what
want to
do
have a food truck.
you wanna have a food?
Yeah.
And so,
And
it
we
wouldn't be allowed, is that the issue, Angie? A food truck wouldn't be allowed?
Yeah, it's only allowed in 3 districts.
So it's about the food truck. Okay.
We got away from food trucks.
This food truck
So-
thing keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah, but it's different here. I mean, you're not looking to permanently have a food truck, right? You just wanna have a food vendor come on, or do you want a food truck? Do you wanna have a food truck on site there that's owned by the museum, or what's the plan?
I think if Andy told me correctly, we could have one there periodically.
Yeah.
I think what we're looking for is in the summertime, during our open season, is having one there that just is there and stays there, doesn't have to come and go, come and go.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Or like the events and the cars and
coffee.
coffee and stuff like that, the events and people,
But they come in May and they stay through October,
Yeah.
and that way, and then go away for
for
the winter.
visitors, if they come to the museum, they could get a snack or something like that.
So would you operate it, or would you have someone come in to operate it?
I know somebody come in to operate it. We have our hands full with the
Yeah.
museum. We have somebody who knows how to do food trucks come and do that.
That would be every day that you're open, right?
Correct, yeah, we are open every single day, 10 through 5, from May through October.
It's a great idea, just, can we do it?
Yeah, what
I mean,
is-
it's one of these things, I mean, to me, it it feels, you know, not ridiculous, it feels like it's like reasonable and, you know, I'm trying to remember, I go over there, I'm trying to think how close the next, I think there's if you go up the driveway, I think there is a house to the right, maybe, but it's a ways, it's a little ways away.
Right, you have Haynes, Butch Haynes lives,
Oh, isn't he a car guy? I think
he is a car
Yeah,
guy.
he is a car guy.
Yeah, to the left of a Woody parked right there, they come,
Okay.
they come to Cars and Coffee, and on the
Yeah.
other side is.
It's not like it's gonna be like a loud, like it feels like it's not gonna be a heat, but the spot zoning thing is if that's, I don't know how we.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a great idea, but how are we
If
gonna
someone
do
would
it?
complain- Like if someone, I'm trying to think who would complain, if someone complained, like how would that get brought up?
There's no music, there's no sound, right?
That's what I'm saying, I know, it's, I know, I get that, it's not, it's just, I'm just gonna, I didn't review this before I came in today, so I'm just thinking on the fly here. It's just the precedent, and then someone else saying, well, why, you know, someone else could come.
Why can't I do that?
And say, why can't I do that, and you did it here, or, you know, you got great neighbors now, but it's not, who knows, you know, 10 years from now. But I'm not saying no, I'm just trying to think through how,
Let's
you know,
just
what are
make
the
it-
options, what can we, cause I think it's a reason, because I've been there for Cars and Coffee, you know, you go inside, there's coffee there, I think there's a little bit of stuff you can
Yeah,
eat.
free donuts.
Donuts, but yeah, I don't, it doesn't seem like it would be a huge,
Temporary sales
you
of
know,
food or
nuisance to folks to have a food truck there, but I just don't know how we do it. Go ahead.
Is that something that we could just do a temporary?
Well, that's, I was gonna ask, like, the thing about the food, the other angle is the food, what prohibits food trucks? And was there something to do on that end rather than rezoning it? I don't.
That's probably the better route to go, is to
But what
figure
could-
out, but you'd have to then allow food trucks in that particular zone. And
Which is residential,
it's residential, rural, yeah.
residential rural.
And I was just looking, there's.
Now, you could have, what's the home occupation, what's the, I'm just trying to think of all the.
Yeah,
I was
the
really
only
surprised when I
thing-
saw the zone rural residential, I mean, it's been a museum since 1963.
Well, I gotta tell you, as soon as I was, you would go, I was like, wow, so how did it ever get how did it ever initially get permitted as a,
I
basically?
think institutional use is the only thing that's allowed in that district, and that's a nonprofit or.
It's a nonprofit.
Well, wasn't it
Institutional
Dick
use.
Payne's private? I mean,
Yeah,
Dick
it was,
Payne's
it was
private.
Payne's, it was Payne's private garage at one point.
One
Yeah.
point.
He stored all his cars there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it established a nonprofit and no one raised any issues, so it's just been the way it is.
I mean,
There's
the
nothing else.
storage units
with
up
the
the
original.
road, are they, that's in a residential area also, right? I mean,
Yeah,
and that
that's
is,
the only other thing I could think of that's in that district that's a commercial use, but I didn't look to see how that got permitted.
yeah.
And that
Yeah,
was his,
I kind
that
of
was
won-
his
that was-
original garage.
Right.
Yeah, that was his
That was
garage,
the
yeah.
original garage.
I'm just wondering how they got a permit for that, if that's, you know.
No one lives at the museum, right? So I'm not even gonna look at a home occupation. It doesn't even matter, it's like.
I think it's a great idea if we can figure out a way to do it.
I know, well, I know, I don't know, I just think, I don't know how would this not be spot zoning? How would this not be spot zoning?
Well, would you feel comfortable opening up the food truck use to more districts?
That to me is the better way.
Yeah.
If that's, if we can do it without, like this is the thing that people would not like. If all of a sudden people, like everyone's got a food truck on the front lawn selling lobster rolls up, the cars going by,
Right.
people are gonna be like, the pitchforks and torches would start running in here to the meetings.
Yeah.
So I don't know, so you've gotta kinda try to guardrail it somehow, and I just don't know how.
Is that basically what you want to do, is just have a food truck?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, no entertainment,
No.
okay.
What if we said food trucks for like nonprofit? Like what if you, like,
Well, tell the guy, you know,
Like a chur- like-
if it costs him $12 for a lobster roll, that's all he can charge is
You know,
$12. He can't
connection
make
with
it.
like fundraisers for nonprofits or something, I don't know. You can try to do
Even though
something
it cost
like
him
that, right?
16 for that, I mean, he can only sell
And
it for 12.
then you would get churches,
Make it allowed accessory to institutional uses.
accessory to institutional, you know, nonprofit institutional uses, then you'd have what you get churches.
Right.
Right.
Now, if he
And the-
had a
and
room
the-
in the building that he, would that change, you know, something that was
think-
attached or,
If it was something that was happening within the building and it was going along with the museum use, I think he could probably do that.
It's because it's separate, it's
It's separate,
the food
it's-
truck.
I mean, I think if he was just renting out a space and running a restaurant there and had nothing to do with that, that would be different, but I think, you know, if it's another, just an operational way that you're,
It's ancillary to the main. So we could probably do something with food trucks and say, you know, ancillary to a
But-
primary institutional nonprofit use or something like
Right.
that.
but you do remember that Acadia Wilderness Lodge wanted a cafe up there.
Are they nonprofit?
No,
no.
Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would try to do. Does that kinda get you where you wanna be, kind of, mostly?
Get you where you wanna be.
I think that's probably the best avenue to,
So would this wouldn't take place until town meeting in May?
right,
Yeah.
I think it's.
What other nonprofits are there over here? You got the Historical Society, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got the
the library.
library, and they probably I think it's a great idea, actually, for stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should explore. Yeah, cause I just think the spot, it just looks wonky to have one thing, you know, one commercial. But if you're trying to get food there, food truck, I think because you're a nonprofit, we could probably do something with that and allow food trucks in that space. And that's why I asked, like, what are you trying to do? 'Cause if you're trying to do something more than that, then it's, yeah.
No, in fact, a number of years ago, it predates me, when there'd be events and there would be a food truck come up just for like a day or something
Yeah.
like that, which I think was still allowed for that.
Yeah.
just that
Right.
one day thing. They actually built pad there, so there's a space for.
There's a food truck pad right there, right now.
Yeah, there is. And
Alright.
240 power, you know, from the building, so
Yeah.
it's all set up for it. We just wanna make sure we're all legal if we.
I don't
had
think that's gonna be
one there for the
controversial.
entire
I don't
summer.
think.
Yeah,
I think that's the way to do it.
yeah.
So is there anything, what's to be the next step? Do we
I'll just draft something up.
draft something up
bring
and
to
then we
you
bring it?
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I
then
think
we
we're-
pass it
we're
on
good.
to the selectmen
That's
and
what
get
we'll
it
go.
on for the
And I
town
think that'll
meeting.
get you what you want, yeah. And then we can get some hot dogs and burgers up there, whatever, lobster rolls maybe,
Yeah.
local fisherman stuff. and-
Now we have to just find out who, they have to get somebody to come in.
It's gonna
and-
do it.
Yeah, There's so many people are like, oh, where do we go for food? And I'll send them down to the gas station or down to Seafood Cash or I'll
Yeah.
send them down to Archie's or Quiet Side Snacks. I'll
Yeah.
send folks to different spots, but ultimately, you know, they're not quite ready to leave the museum, they're just sitting hang out, so.
Right.
I wish I had food for you.
Yeah.
You know, Archie's used to have a food truck. They probably parked, didn't they at one point way back when?
Yeah.
Originally, yeah,
Yeah,
Thought, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
So
tell them, no music up there.
Yeah,
oh, I forgot, yeah.
God, don't take me back to that meeting. All right, I think that's, everyone agree, that's the,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
yeah, we could
Yep.
put something,
We'll be
yeah.
in touch, I'll send you, a draft.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you all hearing me out and thinking it through and taking the
Yeah.
time
Well,
to hear what we're trying to do.
I love it.
I think it'd be a good thing.
It's great, I think it's a good thing, yeah, it's more reason, another reason to go there.
I remember years ago, when I was on the fire department, going up there for 2 o'clock in the morning for a fire alarm at the museum.
Oh, yeah, at the museum.
Miles McIntyre was the caretaker, and Bradley and him would go, I said, look, if you get my ass out of bed at 2 o'clock, you at least turn the lights on so I can look at the cars while you.
Yeah, and please come visit the museum.
Yeah.
And what I've been telling people too, on the door, it says we're open from May 1st, October 31st. But there's 4 of us who are there all year long. So if the gate's open, come on up to the.
Go ahead.
Cool.
Cool, all right.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right,
Like,
so,
hang out for the rest of the meeting.
You can hang out with your board
2026 meeting calendar. I also think, I don't know if we should do it today or when we should, well, we should probably wait. We should probably do it with a full, we should do election of officers now.
Yeah.
We've got the seat roll filled that we
Yeah.
should.
You're not gonna say anything and just let you.
Look, I gotta look and see, I don't know how much is left of my term. I'm willing to continue with this if people want, that's what people want, but we do, you know, we gotta figure that out, and I think, you know, we should probably wait till we get the full.
Renee, yeah.
Until we get Renee here. Next time we have a full
Board.
board, we'll do that. Okay. 26 meeting calendar, if needed.
Yes. If warranted.
If warranted, yes.
Okay, let's see here.
Thank you all for your consideration.
Okay.
Thank you.
It is, thank you guys. I would have figured it out pretty quick.
I brought it to you too.
Does anybody have any concerns with the proposed meeting schedule?
That looks good.
No, it just follows routine.
So do you want it, do you want us to adopt this?
Yeah, I think you should probably, make a motion before you do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So I'll take a motion to adopt the 2026 planning board meeting schedule as proposed.
I so move.
I'll second.
The motion is second to adopt the 2026 planning board meeting schedule as proposed. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? You have comments, none?
Well, I do
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yesterday, we received an appeal of the pointy head decision.
You're kidding me.
Appeal from the opposing parties, whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know how they can appeal it.
They're appealing at us, to
Yeah.
us? So what do we do? I guess it goes to the appeals.
Well, it's gonna go to the appeals board. Dan Pelleggi is,
What he's doing, he's just,
He's
he's
filing-
preserving his rights,
Yeah,
like
but
he's
he wants
afraid
to
if he doesn't
stay.
do that, he won't, so it's just a procedural thing, yeah.
which I thought was a little unusual, because usually you've vetted everything already, so you know what you're gonna take to court, so you don't have to keep coming back to the local board, but I guess we'll see.
I think he just wants to ensure that there's something on the record that he doesn't agree with what we did here, so that he
Didn't have
can't.
a choice.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, but he's
So-
Yeah.
covering,
So what, would they go to court and
he's
fight
gonna,
each other?
yeah, I mean, it does, I don't think it means anything for us.
Well, no, it doesn't. It's gonna go to the Board of Appeals. They're asking for a stay. Ed Bear is not on board with that, so
Mhm.
They'll
I'm
go to court.
assuming they'll
Okay.
dispute it at the appeals board, and I don't know what the appeals board will do.
Well, they can't throw it back at us this time.
No,
Oh,
so
Wow.
it's never ending.
You know, I just can't imagine what that liability insurance would be when,
Liability insurance, what do you mean, like? for
you
the-
know, what if someone's taking a leak off the 8-foot platform and
Oh,
falls
yeah.
and breaks their neck, you know?
It's, I don't know.
I just can't imagine with what we pay for insurance, what they would have to pay for liability insurance.
Well,
So-
it's gonna be interesting. You know, I do think that the judge, I don't know, like, I think they probably should have had us actually go through it again and actually establish that it's 500 or whatever, like, make that finding. We didn't do that. So it's kinda weird, but, I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know, cause the judge.
The judge
He
didn't
made-
tell us, that's right, he told us what to do, that's it, you know,
Said
so.
he measured, and.
That's right,
because
that's
he
right,
didn't.
that's right. But I bet on appeal, I just don't know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so anyways, that's.
Okay.
stay tuned.
Keep the
Wow.
judge satisfied, I'm too old to go to prison.
All right, so next meeting, December 9th.
That will be the public hearing for,
That's the, public
Yeah.
hearing for Wagner.
yeah.
Check
Take a motion?
I make a motion, we set the next meeting date for December 9th, 2025, 6 P M at the Harvey Kelly Meeting Room.
I'll second.
Motion and second, to set the next meeting for December 9th, 2025, right here in the Harvey Kelly Meeting Room, 6 P M, yeah? Yes. All in favor? Alright.
So this new land ordinance, we can take the other one out of the manual and put that
That's
one.
what we want.
Perfect.
Cool.
We want to-
Yeah, motion adjourned,
I'm so moved.
Second.
all in favor?
It's nice to have someone come in who's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
Yeah.
doesn't, not yelling at us.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
demanding this and.
Oh, man, we've had a few of them this. Okay.
Well, pretty simple, they all